Hey everyone, Sam here with Titus Adventures. With our rentals, we pack a bunch of gear for you and your adventures. And so we wanted to go over our standard gear and tell you a little bit more about what comes with every rental. Here on the kitchen side of the table, we've got everything you need from stove with propane to a coffee maker, even down to the soap and the sponge. Of course, with all your basic silverware, plates, and bowls as well. Also provide a fold-up table with camp chairs for however many amount of people are on your adventure. And over here we have some more miscellaneous camping items where you have plenty of lights, leveling blocks, shovels, tools, and a medical kit. All right, everyone, we're gonna go over the use of our Coleman stove here. Just go over connecting the propane real quick. We're gonna grab our connector, which lives in our silverware tray here. And we are just going to screw it into the back port right here. We will push this brass fitting on and screw it right in. We'll get it nice and snug, no need to overdo it. And then we will take our propane can right here and we will just screw it right on in. So now that you have your propane connected, go ahead, open up the lid. We'll grab our electronic lighter from the utensil tray. Works just by the button there. And then you will turn the gas on and light your stove just like that. Alrighty, so to use the French press, you're gonna wanna get your water boiling in here. Once your water is boiling, feel free to remove the lid and shut the heat off. From here, you can remove this from your burner. You'll add your coffee, just like that. And then you'll let it sit there for about 5 minutes before you press the plunger through. And you can leave the plunger kind of sitting just like this until you're ready to plunge it through. Now that our coffee's been sitting here for a few minutes, we're ready to plunge it through. We'll just slowly press down just like this. And now our coffee is ready to serve. Pour it right into our Yeti mug right here. Cheers. So just finishing up with our stove here, I wanted to talk about our pot and pan set. These are our GSI ceramic coated pots and pans. And so here in this little set right here, we will have 1 pan, 2 lids, and 2 pots. So first up, we'll remove it from the bag here. And then you'll see you have a pan, 1 lid for your bigger pot, another lid for your smaller pot, and then your 2 pots just inside. The final thing about these is the pot grip is interchangeable. So it folds out just like that, and you'll use this little action to lock it into place. And now you can move your pan around. Putting the pot kit back together, pretty straightforward. Take the bigger pot, smaller lid. We'll do the bigger lid and we'll finish it off with the pan. And then we'll just tuck it right back in this bag here. So right here we have our Lynx levelers. These are leveling blocks to help make sure you're sleeping on a level surface. What you'll do is when you find your campsite, you'll assess its levelness and you will take 1 or more of these, they're stackable, and you'll put them under the downhill wheels to level the vehicle back out. We're a big fan of the GoalZero electronics for our lights and their battery bank. This is their Lighthouse 600, which is a phenomenal little lantern. You can also recharge off of it. It's got a little battery port to plug some cables in. Here's our GoalZero crush light. This thing's awesome. Folds down just like that. It's got a few different light levels, and if it dies on you, it's got a little solar panel, so you can just throw it up on the dashboard of your car and it will recharge as you drive. Next up, we have our black diamond headlamp, which is awesome. You have 3 different modes, a soft white, a red, and then a directed white. And finally, we have our GoalZero battery bank. This is the Venture 35, which is pretty slick here. You can pull this back and plug our string lights into them. And then you can run these string lights around your campsite. It's about 30 feet, so you can build your living room, as I like to say. You can recharge all of these electronics and your electronics off this battery, and you can also recharge this battery from the car, so you should have electricity wherever you go. All right, so we're almost through our gear list now. We just want to talk about a couple of the tools we provide. We've got a Leatherman, which is super slick, got plenty of tools and sharp knives, watch your fingers. Also provide a fold-out shovel. Just folds out just like that. And finally, we also have a wood saw in case the trail's obstructed or you didn't bring enough firewood. So real quick, just want to show you guys how to set up our REI roll table that we send out with you. It's super straightforward. You've got your legs stored in one side of the bag, your poles in there as well, and then your surface itself is on the other side of the bag. First up, we're gonna open these legs up as wide as they go. Next, we're gonna take these 2 poles, and they have little holes in them. We're gonna wanna make sure those line up. We'll just pop them down in there. And then finally, we're gonna take our tabletop, extend it out, and with these little attachment pieces, we'll slide those on these pegs. And then we'll do the same for the other side, just like that. So, and then for taking down the table, we're gonna pop this top off first by pulling one side off these pegs. We'll fold it in 2s. Just like that. And it slides right off, and you can slide it right in your bag. So then we'll pop these poles out. Slide those in there. And then we'll take the legs and squeeze them in, just like that. And then this goes back in the other half of the bag. Just like that. So this is what it should look like when it's all packed up. So here are our final pieces of gear that we want to cover. Some safety and precautionary items. We like to encourage adventure, but we also really like to encourage safety. We have a fully loaded first aid kit right here that is in all of our vehicles at all times. And here we have a satellite communication device. It's the Bivy stick, and you can reach out to us in case of emergency or also emergency services. So that's all the gear that comes along with our standard kit for all vehicles, but if you want more add-ons, we've got plenty. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there on the trail.